Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming. Looking at Fortnite, in particular this bizarre cube. A few days ago a cube appeared from Rift Lightning on top of a mountain in Paradise Palms, but nobody knows what it is. It's big, it's purple, it's approximately 70 feet tall by my estimation. It's very bouncy. It emits a strange buzzing noise, and if you hit it or you shoot it, you end up getting zapped by lightning, which is a bit strange. It's since been moving. It's moved out of Paradise Palms up towards Fatal Fields, looking like it was going towards Salty Springs. It's been moving around a little bit, and when it finally did stop, it stopped. It stopped for about 24 hours. At this point it started emitting a very strange purpley pink glow. A low gravity area was created around it, and things generally were a bit strange. But since then the cube has moved a little bit, and you can see it's left behind this bizarre rune. Its rune matches up with one of the runes that can be seen on the cube itself. It's very strange. What it means we don't know, although I do know from what people have said who have been doing the data mining in the game files. The cube is programmed to take 7 steps before stopping at its final destination and activating. I'm assuming that this is the first step near Salty Springs, and we'll see more of these runes, possibly different runes, popping up along the map in the next few days. What does it mean? We're not really sure. But went on the other day, and the cube has been climbing. It's been climbing over hills. So where it's going, we're not entirely sure at the moment. You can see in this video I've got a replay where the cube's perched neatly on the hill. We're not sure what is actually going on. I'm not sure actually how the cube climbed the hill. The hell does a potentially 70 plus foot cube climb a hill? I never saw this in the game, and you can't go back and look at replays and whatnot for games you haven't been in. Not that it really matters, because the replay system doesn't like to record cube movement. If a cube moves from the very start of the clip, it's always in its final position. So you sort of have to be there live to see it. A little bit later I went on, and the cube has moved. It's perched very precariously on the side of a mountain. This raises even more questions. We've got this huge cube, and it's perched on the side of a mountain, completely defying gravity. This is not really what I was expecting to see when I went to have a look at it going down the mountain, but this might be partly because of the movement dynamics and the way that the artwork for the cube renders with each movement, or it may just be because, as we've seen previously, the cube does have anti-gravity properties. It does seem to be able to manipulate gravity, and the normal rules of gravity don't seem to apply. I'm not sure how long this will stay on this mountain for, because I'm certainly not in the habit of camping up and watching the cube. I just pop on every so often just to see if it's moved and what's going on. We still don't know where it's going. People are saying Salty Springs, but it seems to be moving in a slightly different direction. Others are saying Loot Lake. That will remain to be seen. Other update, you can see the cube move. It's broken some of my elaborate viewing platform structure. So it's had one more iteration, one more roll down the hill. It's almost to the bottom now. Apologies for my voice sounding a bit crackly this morning. It is a little bit sore, and I woke up and it's a bit there. So hopefully you should be able to hear me okay, and I'm not going to lose my voice or get too incomprehensible. Well, any more incomprehensible than I am anyway.
10 years later.
As we head down, you can see that the cube appears to still be stuck to a mountain. It hasn't fully rolled over onto the land yet. So when this will move, I don't know, because all time seems to be a bit random when it comes to the cube these days. Nobody really knows. So going back, not a lot's happened. It does seem that the cube is moving fairly randomly. It's still perched up against the mountain. Not sure when it will move.
10 years later.
The cube's had a little movement and finally dropped down to land. Where it goes after this, we're not entirely sure. I sort of got a little bit bored, so I thought, what will happen if I fire some rockets at it? I've done this before, but I've never recorded it. So that's one guided missile. Pretty much no reaction. Another guided missile. Because the rocket is guided, I can tell it exactly where it needs to go. And because the cube is slightly raised off the ground, I'm wondering if I can shoot underneath it, which I can. And once you do it once, you have to try it again. Oh, the cube has reacted and blasted me back, but I received no fall damage, which is absolutely brilliant. Having a look at the cube. The reason I'm on this account, of course, is because my other one was loaded on the Xbox and I can't be logged in two places at the same time. You'll notice that the cube has actually moved now. It's closer to a river. Where it's going from there, I'm not entirely sure. But sitting there, having a look at it on my noob account, no skins, just defaults, no battle pass, because everything's on my Phoenix account. So the cube's moved to one iteration, just sitting looking at the river. Where it goes from here, we don't really know. I'll have to have a look again a bit later and see what's going on. A quick cut, and it appears that the cube is attempting to climb the hill. I'm back on my Phoenix account now. Got my Enforcer skin running. When approaching the cube, it's usually a good idea to be somewhat protected, because it does have a tendency to bite back. I'm not sure quite where it's going, but it seems to be going towards Shifty Shafts at the moment, unless it takes a detour, because it certainly hasn't been in a straight line. So what is going on with this cube? What is actually happening? What's your views and what's your thoughts? Because there are plenty around, loads of different ideas. Is it following forces? Is it connected to the drift? Is it bringing new life to the map? Is it like a Genesis device? Is it going to activate and remodel the landscape? What's it doing? Is it a Borg cube? We're not entirely sure. We're really not. It just seems to be getting a lot more vocal recently. Seems to be creating a lot more sound. Of course, as we end season 5 and move into season 6, all this will be revealed, because obviously this is a setup towards the end game of season 5. Some people are saying it's related to the visitor who left him a rocket at the end of season 4, but we really don't know.
10 years later.
So we come to another look. This is this morning, somewhere around 7 AM. The cube has moved. This is now sitting on the pathway, looking up at the mountain. Again, it looks like it may be on course for Shifty Shacks, but things can change. It can take detours. It certainly doesn't run in a straight line. An interesting thing I did hear yesterday was my son comes into me and says, "I know what's happening with the cube." I said, "Okay, what's going on?" He says to me, "It's going to destroy tilted towers." I said, "Okay, how do you know that?" He said, "Oh, Epic have said about it." Have they? Unless I've missed a bit of information, I've not seen that. Apparently saw it in a YouTube video of all things. So we'll see what happens. So at this moment in time, it could still be Salty Springs, it could double back, it could be Loot Lake, as a lot of people are predicting, but the files don't really say Loot Lake. It just says a lake or body of water, and there's more than one of those on the map. You've got quite a significant one by Viking Village, and when you've got a cube coming down placing strange runes, and anybody knows about runes and their significance, through Viking and Nordic history, runes were a very important part. It's part of their belief culture and their mysticism, coupled with the fact that you have Ragnarok, a Norse god, as your level 100 attainment on the battle pass. There may be some correlation between the Viking village and the mysterious cube, which is now laying down glowing runes, although the runes being laid down are not Norse runes. Norse runes use a different alphabet, a different system, but this may still be connected, we don't know yet. So it could be back on Salty Springs, off to Loot Lake, Tilted Towers on the way, we don't know. And of course the Viking Village, which we're not sure about, but we'll have to wait and see on a lot of these, because Epic are very good at keeping things close to their chest when it comes to Fortnite. They don't tend to announce many things. You just go into game one day and something's changed. Tomato Temple being a more recent example. So what comes next, we really don't know. I'll be having a look a bit later, although yesterday I was more focused on trying to get some of the challenges out of the way for week 8, which apparently opens up a new banner which can be found in Tomato Town, but I've not got there yet. I've still got a couple more challenges to get out of the way. So if you guys have any ideas about what might be going on, by all means let me know. Otherwise, if you like my video, hit the like button. If you don't, the other one seems to work. Hit subscribe to keep up to date with what I'm doing. Got some more videos coming up in the next couple of days. Got some Forza Motorsport videos as well. For all of you who are probably a bit sick of me posting Fortnite videos most of the time. So until next time guys, thank you for watching and happy gaming.